Virgo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your June 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into this and see what information we have for you. So what do we got going on here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding their June 2022? Let's go ahead and begin. First card out is going to be the Toil and Labor card, all right? And moving on to the next card for you, what do we have here? We have here an expectation. So it seems to me that not everything is what it seems, jumping into this month for you. We do have here toil and labor, and we also have here expectation. This could be possibly something about a job potentially, because with the toil and labor card, maybe this job didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. It might actually be a lot harder to get the hang of, or it may be a situation that you feel like you're overworking yourself, and the expectation is that you'd be compensated for that work, but chances are you might not be making what it is that you really feel like you're worthy of and that you deserve, especially if you're working your butt off for what seems to not be enough, right? Now, if this doesn't have anything to do with work here, it just definitely feels to me like you've expected so much more for all the work you've put into a situation in your life, and you don't feel like you're getting the return. You don't feel like you're getting your fair share. So this is the energy here, kind of representing like a Six of Pentacles reversed, unequal give and take. You just don't feel like you're getting what it is you deserve. You expected more and you've gotten less, okay? As far as what I'm seeing here for you. So let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to start off right now with your recent past, and then I'll carry on into the rest of the energies here for the month of June. So what do we have here in the recent past for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have here for the recent past regarding the zodiac sign of Virgo? First card out, we do have here the Six of Swords. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Empress. And then lastly, for my beautiful Virgo peeps, we have here the King of Cups. So looking into the recent past for you guys, we have here a Six of Swords, the Empress, and then we do have here a King of Cups. Kind of feels to me like you were in a position of time where there was a lot of growth, there was a lot of forward movement, there was a lot of love, there was a lot of compassion. You were in a very good spot in your recent past. It definitely seems to me like you had something pretty beautiful in your life, because the Empress card is a very big card of beauty. This could represent a beautiful financial situation, a beautiful family, a beautiful romantic relationship, or anything else really that resonates or pertains to something being very beautiful and very good. So you had something very good in your life. It was a very promising future. You really cared about whatever this was. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the current energies, though, for the month of June. What are going to be the current energies here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout June 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Queen of Cups. Okay. Moving on to the next card, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And then lastly for you is going to be the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So expectations versus reality, right? Because when you're looking at the recent past, you had something here that you really loved. You had something here you really cherished, and you felt like it was a very promising future. And remember, with the expectation and toil and labor card over here, this was describing how you had high expectations for something you've put a lot of work into. This recent past situation looks to me like something you've put countless hours in. You've put a lot of investment here into whatever this was, whether that be a relationship in your life or possibly some sort of work or job or so on and so forth. So you've put a lot in, and you've expected a positive return. But when you look at the current energies for June, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune represents the ending of a cycle. And the Queen of Cups is very different from the King, because the King of Cups is comfortable. The King of Cups is content. The Queen of Cups, the way that she feels emotionally is she feels quite a lot of different emotions, and they're not always all the emotions of stability, right? So with the Ace of Swords showing up over here, this is a moment of clarity, a sudden realization that the expectations you had did not match up with the reality that you received, okay? What is the reality here that Virgo received? I want to go ahead and get into that. What is the reality here that Virgo received regarding this situation? And we have here the Ten of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Definitely the energy here of feeling very burdened. It seemed to me like there was a lot of problems and a lot of issues that arose in this situation, and it wasn't anything like you expected at all. So with that being said, Ace of Swords is that moment of clarity, that moment of realization of like, yeah, the expectations I had, unfortunately, did not line up with the reality that I was looking for. So moving into June 2022, I feel like this is when you're realizing it, because in your recent past, things were going incredibly well, and then something happened, something changed that caused the struggle to be real with the Ten of Wands. And now in June, you start to realize, shit, Those expectations really didn't align with the reality of the situation. So what changed? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. What changed between Virgo and who they were dealing with or what they were dealing with? Why did something go from being amazing and incredibly stable and a promising future to a situation that was a complete 180? And what do we have? We actually have 3 cards over here that I pulled out. We got the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and we have here the Judgment card. So 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Judgment card. I am hearing like somebody opted out. That's what I'm hearing for you. There was joy, there was happiness, there was laughter, there was stability, and then your person completely detached. It's like you were connecting with somebody who was no longer present to the moment with you. It's like they had something else going on in their life, and that became incredibly distracting to the point where they were very disconnected with you. So someone here, Virgo, I feel, got tapped out of reality. They got tapped out of what it is they had with you because something else was on their mind. All right, let's get some information about that. What was on Virgo's person's mind? What made them so disconnected to whatever it is that they had with Virgo, whether it was business, friendship, so on and so forth. 6 of Cups, the card of the past. Let's get one more card. And we have here 2 more, actually. We got here the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. So your person had quite the past is what I'm seeing here for you, Virgo. A past of pain, a past of a lot of conflict, and that seemed to be overruling their ability to be present with you. Keep in mind that Mercury is going direct on the 2nd of June, but during this time period, especially when we're referencing the past, the recent past, Mercury was full-blown retrograde. And that can be a very difficult time for people who have skeletons in their closet. It could be a very difficult time for people that have to face pain of the past and a lot of the things that they've undergone and went through, and that can make them feel pretty distracted from being present. So, you started noticing changes with this person. Most likely the changes occurred when Mercury went retrograde. And of course, the changes that were happening were due to this person having a lot of self-reflection of the skeletons that were in their closet. And I think that it sucks for you because you were doing super well with them and you were super excited to see what the future was going to hold for you two. But this individual here got wrapped up really deep in their past, and it was very hard for them to stay present and enjoy the moment that they had with you. All right, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what you're going to be dealing with throughout the month of June. What are my Virgos going to be dealing with here, please? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout June 2022. First card out, we do have here the Page of Pentacles. Moving on to the next card for you guys, we also have here the World card. And then lastly for you, Virgo, is going to be the 8 of Wands. So, taking a look at what you'll be dealing with in this time, Page of Pentacles, World card, 8 of Wands. You're trying to offer solutions for change to be made. I definitely don't see you being in a position of wanting to give up on whatever you have with this person or whatever you have in general. It looks to me like you're fighting for it here. Page of Pentacles is still you making an investment, and with the World card showing up over here, it's like, let's start fresh. Let's start to get back to where we were, and let's make it even better. 8 of Wands, card of transformation. Let's turn this energy all the way around, another 180 degrees, and let's be in a good place. So this is what you will communicate to this person. You will say to them, hey, we can go ahead and turn this around. We can get back and screw getting back. We can make this whole entire relationship, this whole entire situation we have a lot better than it ever was before. We can come back better than it ever was before. So you're not in a position where you're ready to give up, Virgo. You want to turn things around is what I'm seeing for you. All right? How does the other person react to this, though? We have here the Lovers, okay? We also got here the 5 of Pentacles, and we have here the Queen of Wands. Wow. So in the way that they react to this for you, Virgo, it seems to me that despite them knowing how connected they are with you, they tell you, 5 of Pentacles, I don't feel like we could do it. I don't feel like we should do this. I don't feel like there's anything left. You're connecting with the person who's purposely pushing you away, despite the fact that they care about you. Because 5 of Pentacles here, that's bullshit. You got the Lovers right on top of it. This is a person who is incredibly connected to you, but they lie to you and tell you otherwise. 5 of Pentacles is this individual distancing themselves from you and telling you that there's nothing there, there's nothing more between us. And they say it in such a confident manner here with the Queen of Wands that it's almost believable. So you're connecting with a person here who's pushing you away because they're still so deeply invested in their past. All right, let's have a look and see where things are going. Where are things going to be going here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout June 2022? First card out, we do have here the Hierophant. You know, you're continuing to remain committed. We have here the Nine of Wands, and we have here the Four of Cups. As committed as you remain, though, there is this part of you that's starting to feel like maybe it is time to go. Maybe it's time to walk away from this or give up on this. I think that with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands, it's like you're keeping this feeling to yourself. You know, you're doing your best to remain committed, but you're getting that feeling from within you of like, maybe it's time to just let them go. Because I am just tired, and I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so tired of trying to make a situation work out that seems impossible. And when you're dealing with somebody here who's pushing you away, it doesn't make it any easier. So you're definitely in that space where you feel like you're getting ready to crack. It's like, I don't know how much longer I can continue to fight for something that I'm the only person fighting in this battle. Right? I'm the only person fighting for something here when somebody else definitely isn't. So that's where the difficulty really lies. And you're starting to feel like where things are going each and every day, a little more and a little more, you're starting to feel like you're ready here to just completely ignore the situation and let it unfold however it needs to. You're ready to stop fighting, right, Virgo? Is what I'm feeling for you. Okay? So what we've gathered here so far is that whatever you had with somebody, whether it was a fantastic friendship, a romantic relationship, whether it be a business venture, or just somebody who was great in your life that you spent a lot of time with, you know, you saw a great foreseeable future with them, and that future started to change as soon as they started to change. They became very distant, they became very cold, they seemed like they weren't caring anymore. They were just straight up detached, and you couldn't figure out why for the life of you. And what was clarified within the tarot was their past came knocking at their door. And they got so wrapped up in that it pulled their attention away from you. It pulled them out of the present moment with you. And the past is kind of what's been on their mind 24/7. They've been submerged in their past. And their past over here, Five of Wands, Three of Swords, Six of Cups, it's a past of a lot of grief and a past of a lot of pain. And they feel like they cannot pull themselves out of it. Now, let's see over here. All right, in regards to whatever Virgo's dealing with, you know, let's have a look here and see what's going to be going on with them throughout the rest of this month as well. We have here the Sun card, okay? Moving on forward from that, we also do have here the Tower. It's like the inability to be happy. Why is that? And we have here the Ten of Swords. So your person here feels like they have the inability to be happy, and they're in a period of time where they feel like they need to end already anything that's currently in their life that is bringing happiness, aka whatever it is that they have with you. They're in a massive place of self-sabotage. I can tell you that for sure, Virgo. Whoever this is you're dealing with, they are in a super big place of self-sabotage. They feel like they cannot be happy. And with that being said, Ten of Swords, they're pushing away anything that brings in any sort of happiness for them in general. I'm feeling guilt coming off these cards, man. I definitely feel like whoever this is you're dealing with, they feel guilty about something that occurred in their past. Four of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Hangman card. Something here in their past became very, very stagnant. I feel like the Four of Pentacles is kind of like showing up exactly how they're treating you right now. Your person here has caught themselves in quite the repetitive cycle, Virgo, is what I could say here for you, because it looks to me like what happened in their past is the exact same thing they're doing to you. They had something amazing, they self-sabotaged it, and they just basically said, I don't deserve to be happy, so they threw away their happiness, aka they threw away what they had with you. That looks like the same exact cycle of what's happening right now with you. So that's what happened in their past. They felt guilty, but at the same time, they pushed themselves away again, and it's happening right now with you. So you're connecting with somebody here who is dealing with lots of self-sabotage, and at the end of all this, you're tired of that self-sabotage. It's like, why can't you just be happy? Why can't you just enjoy what you had with me? You were previously enjoying it anyways. Why do you need to let history repeat itself? Why do you need to sabotage yourself? Why do you need to do this? It's like you're trying to find the answers this month, and it's incredibly difficult for an answer to be conveyed when your person here isn't even there. They're absent, right? So this is where this difficulty lies this month. You know, you're connecting with somebody here who's pushing themselves away from happiness, and you're trying to keep that happiness continuously reignited. All right? Is the individual that Virgo's dealing with going to pull themselves out of this pretty toxic cycle, or are they going to remain exactly where they are? And we have here the Eight of Cups. Eventually, is what I'm seeing for you. Eventually, they'll pull themselves out of this cycle, and they'll be able to let themselves be happy again. But when will that be? And we have here the Justice to the Ten of Cups. Could be a while, to be completely honest, because I'm hearing that the battle isn't won yet. The battle isn't over. And the battle that I'm referencing, Virgo, is the battle that your person has within themselves. Okay? Now, you guys are looking at a mess and a blob of cards. I do apologize for that. I am pulling tons of cards in this video because there's tons of information. But from what I'm seeing over here, Ten of Cups to the Justice, what I felt here is that I got the message that the battle is not over. And the battle that's not over is the battle that they're having within themselves. So you're connecting with somebody here who needs to work on themselves until they get to a point where they can accept the love that they know they deserve. And your person here doesn't know right now that they deserve you. They don't know right now that they deserve you and whatever kind of like relationship the two of you have, okay? Also, your person could be a Taurus, because I almost said Taurus. So, yeah, situations like these suck for sure. I've definitely been on your end, Virgo, of a situation like this before in my life. And what I figured out is that the best thing I could do was let that person go. Because at the end of all of it, I'm not going to be able to change them. I'm not going to be able to change their mindset. I'm not going to be able to get them out of a self-deceptive place. You know, that's going to eventually and inevitably be all on them. And what you're going to find is that you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, and that's all you're ever going to be doing. You know, I would always urge a person to never wait on anybody and to always keep it moving forward, because one or two things is going to happen. Either you're going to move on and you're going to find somebody 10 times better and it's going to be their loss, or you're going to move on and they're going to recognize exactly what it is they lost and they're going to come running back to you, hoping that things can continue to be okay and that things can be fixed. You know, when you stay stagnant, it never benefits you, right? So, as unfortunate as it is for me to say this, your best advice moving into the month of June is for you to move on. It is for you to let go, because they got shit that they need to deal with. They got shit that they need to fix within themselves if they're constantly pulling themselves out of what makes them happy. You know, you're connecting with a person here that doesn't deserve or feel like they deserve to be happy. And they got to figure out why they feel that way first. And they got to fix that first. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to be happy in general with whatever it is that they have. You know, let's go ahead and take a look here at the overall outcome. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, moving throughout June 2022. And that overall outcome is going to be the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Seven of Wands energy over here is like, I have to resist the urge right now to continue to fight for somebody who's so clearly not fighting for me. And with the Knight of Cups over here, I have to be open to forward movement. I have to be open to exploring and seeing what other options and opportunities are out there. 100%. So I see where you're coming from, Virgo. And with the Emperor card showing up here as well, you know, this is kind of the recognition of like, Emperor, I'm the only person that's in control, right? This individual is in control of what they do, what their actions are. I'm not in control of them. So therefore, I'm not in control of this situation. So you're recognizing like, I can only really focus on what I'm in control of. And right now, the only thing I could do is move on. That is what I'm in control of. Having this person change their mindset and no longer, you know, engage in self-deception and let themselves be happy is not up to me. It's up to them. And if I continue to wait on them, I'm going to waste my time, because there could be better opportunities that are potentially passing me by, and I have a life to live. I don't have a life to put on hold for somebody else, you know? So you will come to that realization at the end of the month, and granted, it's very, very bitter, this situation, you know, at least no longer being stagnant. That's the part that's sweet, right? You don't have to allow yourself to wait for something that isn't necessarily coming because your person's not ready to address whatever's holding them back in life. And that's what they got to go through. That's their journey. As far as your journey goes over here, your journey is for you guys to continue to, you know, see what else is out there and to continue to do your own thing and to not let yourself be held back like situations like these, because you deserve to be living a good life where you're with people who are willing to express the love that they have for you, who are willing to enjoy the time that they spend with you. And you deserve to be with somebody here who gives you the expectation that is the reality you're looking for, right? You deserve to be with somebody who gives you the reality you've wanted all along. So Virgos, with that being said, definitely very intense reading. Definitely a lot going on. I totally understand a lot of Virgos maybe not liking this reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's great actually. So no worries there. Definitely feel free to check out any other content that I upload or any other amazing tarot readers out here on YouTube. But if it does happen to be your story, you know, as shitty as it is to hear move on, that is going to be within your best interest, because until they decide to fix themselves, whenever that will be, until they decide to work on themselves, whenever that'll be, you're always going to be waiting. And it's going to feel like you're waiting forever, right? So just move on, do your thing. Maybe in due time they figure the shit out and they come back. Maybe they don't. But at least moving on, you'll align to something. And most likely that will be something better for you, okay? So Virgo, take your time right now to kind of grieve and to kind of, you know, work through this situation and feel the way you need to feel. Take as much time as you need to move past this. And when you feel like you're ready again, put yourself out there and see what's next. You know, it's time to take a new step in a new journey and to really explore a whole new reality. All right, Virgo, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your June as best as you guys can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.